We are totally surrounded by industry. There are 5 communities in 48217. We have some representatives today from our community. We have 1 recreation center, 1 elementary school, 1 high school in our entire neighborhood, down from about 5 elementary schools. But the main concern is the pollution. In our little community in Oakwood Heights, there are 7 streets and the length of about 5 blocks from east to west, from north to south, however that area is hard to define. But we are totally surrounded there in Oakwood Heights by Marathon. Our state has just turned deaf ear. In the Free Press just this Sunday, a week ago, be a week tomorrow, there was a 3-page article, and I was very infuriated by what I read in this article. The trade-off is we need jobs, and we all realize the economy in the world and in this country is very low. We do need jobs, but not at the expense of our health.
That's right.
In my immediate family, I want to just be as brief as I can, because I know there are other speakers, but my wife has had 3 major surgeries to have tumors removed from her body. We thank God she's still surviving. I have 8 grandchildren, 3 that have extreme asthma. I myself have a lot of respiratory problem. I grew up in North Dakota, free, clean air out there. Came to this community for work. And as Mrs. Smith had said at one of the meetings, what a mistake we made coming here. If we knew today what we knew 40 years ago when I moved here, I would not have come. I walk through my neighborhood many times daily. Whatever is in the atmosphere, in the air, I carry paper towel. There's no wind, so it's not dust from the ground. And I wipe my face and my brow, and it's black on there. There is an auto detailing shop in our community, and the gentleman was quoted in the article in the Free Press on Sunday. Yes, I walk with a respirator too. All that he has found to remove this residue from the outside windows of the cars that he's cleaning is toilet bowl cleaner. What is that doing to our lives and to our lungs? I say, and I saw a lady over here, enough is enough. It's time that people pay attention to us and listen, because our lives are endangered. I've been to my doctor twice this week. He said, Mr. Wall, get out of that community. It's killing you. I thank you for this opportunity. You all have a great day.
Speak it. Tell it.
So let me tell you first, welcome to Detroit! And let me say from the bottom of my heart how much I thank each and every last one of you for coming here. You don't know what you have done for the city of Detroit. You have lifted our spirits. You have raised our expectations. You have served as a model for our children.
Yes.
So thank you, thank you, thank you.
Yes. Yes.
I've met so many people, and I've never seen anything like this. And I grew up during the 60s, so I guess I saw a little bit of something like this. Okay. But since then, there's not been a mobilization like this, especially here in this city. We're feeling kind of down now, but you've helped to change things. And so I've also met communities from West Virginia. I've met an Asian community over here. So what we're learning is that we have so much in common with the rest of the United States. We have. And so this is what we're going to do. We now have a new community. No longer will there be the borders that we once had. No longer that imaginary border. We have a new community. So you are my neighbor. I'm your neighbor. And we are going to stay in touch with one another. We will not And let me tell you what else we're going to do. Once the U.S. Social Forum is over and all of you have done, let me tell you, I almost came to tears this morning thinking that you guys were going to leave. I know that's right. So once you've gone, I guarantee, I promise you, we will carry this on. So, the young ones who came up and built these sunflowers, this will not die here. Now these sunflowers are going to go on and on and on and on. I guarantee you. Watch that computer, because you're going to see the messages coming across.
Amen, sister.
And world. My name is Cynthia. I come from Newark, New Jersey. Ironbound, Newark, New Jersey. Zip code 07105. Site of the second largest incinerator, owned by Covanda, the same company that owns the one here in Detroit. And I thank you for giving me this opportunity to speak with you. In our community, we are home to the country's largest Superfund site. So within 3 blocks of the incinerator, our beautiful Passaic River has been polluted for 40 years by a company that made Agent Orange to use in the Vietnam War. They buried all that dioxin under the river, and only now they're just beginning to clean it up after all this time, so that we're suffering from the impact of that. It's right next to the incinerator that burns 1 million tons of trash a year, most of which is not from our city. By far the majority is not from us. So we've had people also die of brain tumors. The amount of lead, mercury, dioxin, PCBs that's coming out of that incinerator is, we have been told by scientists that it's affecting the development of our children. We have an asthma rate of 1 in 4. We're also a port adjacent community. So the 3rd largest port in the community, we are the closest community to it. I mean, 3rd largest port in the country. So we did a truck count a couple years ago, and we counted 1,700 diesel trucks in 2 hours, standing on 5 corners right in our neighborhood. So we're suffering from all of that. We didn't know you existed. We're really happy to know that we're now part of a big community that's going to fight this together. So we thank you, and we'll be in touch.
She may have been facing problems. She stepped up, took a hold, and has continued to fight for a clean environment in this city. So I want you all to put your hands together, because we have no one else at the top fighting but her. So please put your hands together for Councilwoman Joanne Watson.
Thank you very much, sister. Thank you, baby. Giving God the praise. God alone is worthy to be praised. And we are here because it's a sacred cause. My people were kidnapped, enslaved, and brought to this country not to be domesticated. Civilization began on the continent of Africa. They brought us over here for profit, undeserved profit. So what is happening with toxic waste and race is re-enslaving people of color and poor people in this country. There is absolutely no level of toxicity that's acceptable, that is reasonable. Zero tolerance for poison and contamination in our community. Zero tolerance for babies dying from asthma, from grandfathers that are living long enough to collect their Social Security, like my grandfather lived in Southwest Detroit with all this incinerator. He never collected Social Security. My father died in Detroit with 10 children, and my mother never collected his Social Security. Died because of the unfair, evil toxicity in this Detroit community. It's a disgrace before God. And I'm your humble servant, just happy to be here.
Yes, yes, yes!